alright. Where was I? So, this is the current situation. Who on earth do I even have in my party? I presumably was supposed to level all of these people up. Ugh. Let's have a gander. We have Hume, the good human fighter at level 4. There's Utlo, who's a good gnome priest at level 7. Highest level character I have in my party. There's Pete, the good gnome bishop who can identify items for free. Yeah, had I identified items for free back in the day, I might not ultimately be in this predicament. There's so much good loot down there. Here's Layla, a good dwarven mage. And here's Nania, a neutral halfling thief. Such an eclectic mix of characters with a single warrior. Seems very questionable, but then again, it'll have to do, I guess. The armor class on these characters is terrible. Everything here is rather abysmal, but what can you do? You could put it that way, except of course for Hume the Human. Listen, I don't know at this point, I don't know. I figured perhaps I don't necessarily want to have exclusively fighters on the front lines, and it does make sense because then you can save up space. But it also has its downsides, unfortunately. So I just don't know anymore. I'm desperately trying to level these people. Oh, great, he gets hit for 5 hit points. Attack, attack, attack. Parry, hide. There's a stunner trap over here, but thankfully... Well, Flame, I don't know how to put a good spin on this. All the way down at level 6, my party got absolutely obliterated by some phantoms or spirits. Now, as terrible as that might have been, I recruited another party. I've leveled them up. I got them down there to level 6, and they got wiped out by something else. At that point, I've decided to rethink the entire situation, recruit a different set of characters, and go down there to retrieve the people who went down there to retrieve the people who have really good items and such. But I'm not sure I have much faith in these characters. Case in point, I've run out of character slots. I had to delete a couple of people because I couldn't create more characters. So yes, this is questionable at times. Nania, please! Listen, the problem with Nania over here is that I've invested in her vitality a decent bit. Now, therefore I've skimped a bit on dexterity. So she's not that great at disarming traps. Nania, please! Okay. We encounter 5 undead kobolds. Okay, attack. Oh, we surprised the monsters. Turn undead, turn undead. Defend and hide. Fight! Attack, turn undead, turn undead. Defend, try to hide. I honestly don't know whether this party has any future whatsoever. It's such a weird combo. No trap, just open it. Maybe I should have frontline warriors, I don't know. I'm still leveling up a group of only 5 people, which of course carries with it risks of its own. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm desperately trying to rethink things as I'm doing things. I surprise the monsters. Attack, attack, attack. defend, hide, fight! Fails to hide and is exposed. How quaint. Attack, attack, attack. Yeah, I know. Everyone feels bad for Timmy of all the people. What about the other folk out there? But then again, Timmy was the first character I've ever created. I've resurrected him many times. Do we get a chest? We get a chest. Of course we get a chest. What's in the chest? Nothing. Well, there's no trap associated with it. Nanya has leveled up. Excellent. Okay, fine. Might as well, since we're already here, cast the usual. So the shield spell. The shield spell. Come on, the shield spell. I don't have the shield spell, do I? Not yet. Okay. Well, let's at least cast Lomilwa. At this point, I'm just exploring and trying to level these people up, which may not be particularly exciting. Oh, this is where you find the little statuette. Of course it is. And where am I now? Over here, I presume. Yes. I still have no idea whether I have missed out on the statue of the frog somewhere. On level 1 or maybe level 3. So that I can go further on level 2. Or whether that's hidden deep in the depths. It's been gnawing on me this entire time. Because maybe, just maybe, there's something around the corner I could just get to that would allow me to progress further. Or maybe I really need to delve deep into the dungeon. Yes, I've noted that about 2 minutes ago. Yeah, okay, 2 level ups. Yep, no hidden passage here. 3 orcs. We've surprised them, so we may yet be able to slay them. Fight. Tack, tack, tack. Defend, hide, fight. Ah, this is gonna take a while. I am mortified by the prospect of venturing deeper into the dungeon. I could hypothetically try to level these people up on dungeon level 2, but of course, odds are they're just gonna die down there. But let's give it a go. Of course, if they say get poisoned or something along those lines, they might not make it out alive if I'm in the depths on level 2 and such. Fruit at all. What do we encounter? 4 level 1 ninjas. They can just execute my guys immediately. Well, that is rather unfortunate. Oh, of course, Layla is out of spell points, and I've decided as a matter of principle to not have her rest and replenish them. Instead, have her level up. They do. Attack. Attack. Believe it or not, attack again. Oh, she can cast. Okay, fine, fine. She's got 2 more casts. Fine, let's Halito these guys then. And Nanya will attack from the shadows. No decapitations, please. Attack. How about some healing? Let's Dios Pete. And Pete can... Dios Hume. Layla can cast another Halito. Nanya can hide in the shadows. Fight. Is there any way to avoid the Volpole effect? No, not as far as I know. If they hit you, The person just dies. I guess the one way that exists in the game to deal with it is to resurrect the person that just dies. Whoop! Okay, who's got anti-paralysis tech? Who's got softness? Dialco, deparalyze Nanya. I need to give her more dexterity. Because this is getting silly. I mean, of all the things. Okay. Actually, let's not delve deeper into the dungeon this way. We're not going down to level 3. I just decided to go down this path because that's where the single important door is. The door behind which you pretty much always find enemies. Let's go through here. No, we use the silver key and go up here. Oh no. The gas clouds could very well eradicate us. Okay, gas cloud. For Hume to fight. Then Utlau can do what? Does he have any useful AoE whatsoever? Let's Bama to the entire party. Meanwhile, Pete can... You know what? At this point, porfeking himself is not the worst of ideas. Layla can Halito the gas clouds. If this is not resistance to magic, what it? What is it? I think this is complete resistance to magic, isn't it? Oh, no, that's probably slime still. Curious. Meanwhile, Nanya can hide in the shadows. Fight! Fingers crossed! Otherwise, people may very well die very quickly. Gas cloud flees. Whoops. 8 points of damage. Fight. The gas cloud. Utlau, please, Dios. Layla, because she's about to die. I'll pull Dwarven Mage with all those precious hit points. May very well just die. Yeah, let's Kalki the party. You defend desperately. Nanya, attack the gas cloud. Fight! Come on! Yes, she's been healed. Gas cloud dies. Buff received. Fight the gas. More healing on himself. Meanwhile, Pete can do what exactly? He can Dios himself. Layla does nothing. Oh, Nanya is asleep. That's hilarious. Attack, attack, attack. Defend, fight. Wake up. The fight's over. Oh boy. Do we get a chest? We don't get a chest, but Hume has leveled up. Marvelous. This is hell. And even if I manage to level these people up, which let me remind you, I'm doing on level 2 right now, there's still no telling whether these people will be able to manage at level 6. And how soon at that. Oh boy, 5 gas clouds. It's quite a lot of gas. I say... This is tier 4, this tier 3 is this. The alcohol. I could buy Matu. Let's Matu the party. It's tier 2. Halito them. Defend, hide, fight. One down. And Nanya is dead, but thankfully, you will recall, or possibly you will not recall, level 1 characters can be resurrected for free! If we get a chest, we get a chest. We can't, anti-mage trap. Well, actually you don't know that. You know what, just open the chest. Just open the chest. Let's have Utlo cast the Alco on Hume, so Hume's no longer paralyzed. Reposition Hume to the front of the queue. That's great. That's wonderful. Good times, good times. Might as well have Pete try to... Oh, he can't heal. Never mind. Might as well have Utlau go ahead and deals himself as many times as is necessary to restore himself to full hit points. No more deosing. But yes, I guess in principle now would be the time to head on back. So let's slowly but surely retreat, otherwise we are going to die down here. We have 4 people left. And apparently we can't handle stuff on level 2 with that sort of a party. What a miserable experience. Oh look, fall bushwhackers. We should be able to handle these guys. Oh, come on, 11 points of damage. Okay. Dial, Pete. Pete, can you do anything useful? Anything? How about you Mogref yourself? Yeah, we have 4 people, one of whom is completely useless. Layla can't do anything because she's a mage with no spell points left. Nanya's dead. These guys, Pete has run out of priest spells. Utlov is barely hanging on to heals. Hold on, hold on. Might as well expand the slots here. So tier 4. How about we DL Pete? All the way back to full health. Glorious. Leaving 3 level ups is good enough for me, I guess. I don't want to come back empty-handed with no level ups, but this is... Oh, hold on, hold on. First we go to the temple. Hey, Nanya's dead. Can I get a free respawn? Well, since Nanya is at level 1, trying to resurrect from ashes is still free. Okay, guys. This should be really straightforward. Can you resurrect a level 1 character, please? Thank you. That was quite something, wasn't it? That was more difficult than I had expected it to be. For a moment there, I considered abandoning Nanya as a person in general, but... I guess she got restored from the ashes. Wait, no, No, hold on. It's all coming back to me now. No, that's not what I've done. I had a character previously that I've recruited, and I've made a thief and invested all the points in vitality over agility because I wanted survivability. And then I could not possibly properly disarm traps. So I have recruited Nanya specifically for this purpose. And this is what I get. A single hit point, 2 attribute points. Really? Is this something I'm supposed to deal with? Is this something I'm supposed to accept? That's an exceptionally poor roll. I might as well just recruit another level 1 character. The only downside, of course, is that if I do that, I have to level that character up from scratch as well. And what are the odds of me getting a better roll? I could get a 1 on this one. Well, if I get a 2, I'm even. If I get a 3, I'm in a better spot. And 1 hit point is the worst case scenario. Is it worth it to recruit another thief and say goodbye to Nanya? I don't know. It's certainly an option. Because obviously the next step is going to be to give her more vitality. Granted, that doesn't help in combat if I want to use her to strike from the shadows and so on. Ugh. Which isn't that useful to begin with. Oh, well, she has leveled up again. Let's see what she gets. If she gets a single hit point and a single attribute point, I'm ditching her, recruiting someone else. Well, she got 1 attribute point, which is pathetic, and 8 hit points, which is a bit of an improvement, I guess. Level 3 thief, vaguely respectable, I guess. I don't know. Better than a level 1 character. Fine, I'll let her tag along. Alright, here's Layla with 2 new attribute points, fair enough. 6 more hit points, that's... She's gonna have more hit points than the goddamn thief. What is happening here? But, well, then again, this is a dwarven mage right here. Pretty decent idea, if I may say so myself. Dwarven mage with 18 points in vitality. She'd better have a lot of hit points. She has learned Mogref and Dilto. She knows basically nothing, but she'll get there eventually. I'm bumping up her intellect as we speak. Hume the Human. Oh man, 32 hit points and 3 attribute points. What a great roll. Hume the Human has got maximum vitality and maximum strength at this point. Well, it's between agility and luck. If I want to make Hume the Human into some other class entirely, I presumably ought to invest in, well, a number of stats, really. I can't remember. But at this point, I'm tempted to invest in luck. You know what? As crazy as this may sound, as absolutely insane as it may be, I'm gonna invest in luck, so I have better odds of getting good rolls on this and possibly everything else. And everything else will follow. I am going to give him better attributes, but for now, let's invest in luck. It's a possibility. I don't recall what stats you need for that, though. I had my notes somewhere, but, you know how it is. Hold on, I might have an instance of the manual somewhere around here. Do I, or don't I? I think I do. Okay. Here's the damn PDF. Classes. Inspecting. Hold on. Any second now. I know that this is riveting, but bear with me. Treasure chests. Experience. Spells. Is the list of spells? Nope. Damn it! Sessions, experience. I remember seeing it here somewhere. Okay, there we go, yes. Lords need 15 strength, 12 IQ, 12 piety, 15 vitality, 14 agility, and 15 luck. And they must be good. Samurai need 15 strength, 11 intelligence, 10 piety, 14 vitality, 10 agility. So if I want to make human to a lord, I need luck on 15 anyway. Let's go straight for lord. So I presumably shouldn't dump everything. Hello. Anyway, I presumably shouldn't dump everything into luck, is what I'm getting from this. And of course the extra points don't really hurt. Notably, I didn't have to pump strength that early, but I think there's still a good reason to do so. Unless you want to switch as quickly as humanly possible. Huh. So, 15 strength, we already have that covered. 12 intellect, that's gonna be rough. 12 piety, that's gonna take some time. 15 vitality, we've got that covered. 14 agility, gonna take some time. And 15 luck. A bit of time, okay. Anyway, into the maze we go. Have we actually acquired anything? Anything at all? We've got the antidote, a spell chainmail, that's about it. Yeah, pathetic. I honestly don't know whether my frontline composition has, Do you want my people to just die of old age? Spell points exhaust. Hold on. Ah, right. Utlo has, fine. I guess I'll have to rest Utlo. Because he hasn't leveled up, but he has used up his spell slot, so that's gonna be annoying. Ugh, fine. Yeesh. I still am not sure about the composition of frontliners in this party. I think I might want to add an additional warrior, but then again, of course, at that point I'll be at 6 characters. Then again, being at 6 characters is not a bad idea. Yes, you lose Vim every single time you rest at the inn. Otherwise, obviously, I would come up and do it every single time, but as you may note, it says Vim consumed. That's the thing, I keep checking these characters out and they keep aging. Here's Vim. You eat away at it every single time you rest them at the inn. So yeah, avoid doing that as much as absolutely possible. I think I might want to add an additional warrior to this composition. Ah, this is what happens. I don't have enough free slots. Well, is there anyone I can safely delete? Oh, well. Then again, the presumed mechanism is, I guess, you having the characters just rest in the inn until they get better instead of using spells or anything like that. Which kind of makes sense, you just let time go by as they recuperate. Who am I even supposed to delete? Here's Krur, dead in oh, right, hold on. I have a better idea. How about I resurrect someone? Like a good warrior and such. Hold on. Class. By class. There we go. In May's dead, Who's in town? Krur. Krur and Array. Okay. Also Tvi. Krur, Irei, Otvi. There we go. Let's try to rest them. I can resurrect Irei. Can't resurrect Krur. Yes, unfortunately. Okay, well, I can get Irei right now, or I can wait a bit and try to get Krur. Tell you what, it's better to get Irei right now. Okay. Let's Let's go to the inn. I think that was the original plan, but I've just managed to forget, obviously. Hello, Iray. How are ya? Stupid question, really. Okay, we select... Iray, move her over here. Glorious. Now, items. Cleared her out of everything. Where are my spell items? Do I even have anything to recruit her with? She's got a chainmail, and I guess I'll have to do because all of my plate mails are on my dead characters. So, no dice. Best I can do is have her rest and march her straight into the dungeon. Alright, Utlau is gonna cast Lamilwa. Best he can do in these circumstances. Not that it's gonna do much. It's not like we're going to reveal anything we haven't seen before, but whatever. At this point, we're exploring. Is there point in exploring anything on level 1 anymore? We've seen everything there is to see over here, haven't we? An encounter with 5 orcs. Just auto-fight them. There's no point being fancy. Oh, come on! And Utlau got hit. Of course he did. Do we get a chest? We get a chest! Inspect the chest. There's a poison needle. Please. Please! Yes! Oh yeah, there is a skeleton hanging from the ceiling. There's a skeleton above the door! Wow, this is interesting. It's pretty hardcore. Anyway, yes, we are going to explore all of this. By the way, Pete has leveled up. So, well done to him. I'm glad he has managed to get to level 5 as a bishop. Maybe he'll learn some useful spells. We get a chest. Because we get lucky, of course! It's because of the high, It's because of high luck that we keep getting chests. Come on, thief. Splinter trap. Second time, second failure, okay? Third time, third time, third time. Yeah! My standards are sufficiently low by now. At this point, I am pleased if my wonderful thief manages to open the damn chest at all without proccing the trap. Great. Yeah, wonderful. Impressive. They've surprised us and then they have fled. Like the cowards they are. Chest, yes, inspected. No trap. Actually there's no trap, so just open the damn thing. Yay, alright. Do we get an item of any description? No, we do not. We are not that lucky. If I go into the darkness, I'm gonna extinguish the... that's why you shouldn't light up the torch. There's no other way out, is there? Yeah. So if we go down this corridor and over here, we're gonna extinguish Lamilwa. Which I don't want to do. Okay, never mind, never mind. Let's search this place. They surprise us and they land a hit. Attack, attack, turn undead, turn undead. Defend, hide in shadows, fight. Unfortunately, the armor class leaves a lot to be desired. Don't I even have a spell helmet? I might be able to find a spell helmet. Maybe I should have found a spell helmet, but I didn't. The purple torch reveals things. It's what happens after I cast Milwa or Lomilwa. I can see hidden passages, if that's active. Defend Halito, the orcs, hide in the shadows, fight. Auto fight. There we go. Oh, my clumsy thief. Chest. There's a poison needle there. Come on. Come on. Yay, first try. Absolutely nothing of note. Let's go left. Nothing. Down here. Through a door. An encounter with 4 kobolds. Layla has leveled up. Great, wonderful. Good stuff, good stuff. Vocabulary. No trap! And we get some gold yet again, thank goodness. Nothing here, nothing there, predictable. Nothing in this little room. Kobolds. Attack, attack, attack. What do I even want Beat to cast? Might as well cast, I know, Halito. Layla can cast. Halito of her own. Nanya can hide in the shadows fight. 1 kobold dead. Another kobold dead. 3rd kobold dead. 4th kobold damaged. Kobold flees and bada bing bada boom, we're done. No chests? No chest! Irray has leveled up to 7. Hooray! Irray. Five rogues. I desperately need better gear, but I'm not gonna find better gear at these levels. Attack, attack. Do I want Utlau to cast anything here? No, just have him attack. Pete can cast another Halito spell. Layla can cast, I don't know, a Halito spell of her own. We don't have to dilto them. Okay, so Halito it is. You hide in the shadows, fight. Some more damage. I guess that's a bit of progress. Some damage has been sustained, but since this is literally dungeon level 1 and these characters are level 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, and 3, they're gonna do fine on dungeon level 1. Eesh. So I'm not particularly proud of myself over here. Halito? No, we cannot Halito anymore. No divine spells known. Layla needs to level up and focus... What? Focus a bit less on survival and more on learning spells. What a brilliant, controversial take. All right. We have 4 people who have leveled up, but I'm not done here yet. We're going down to dungeon level 2. Ooh. And we're going to fight a couple of things. Just because we can. Let's try to level these people up as much as I can before leaving the stupid dungeon. Let's push our luck as much as we can. We need to silence these people. Okay. Attack. Attack. Montino. No hate speech from you. We defend. We cast Dilto on them. Fine. Debuff them. Nanya hides in the shadows. Fight! Hides in the shadows. Hume kills one. They get Diltoed and silenced. Attack, attack, attack. Defend. Defend. Strike from the shadows. Down they go. Granted, these guys were level 1, so not much of a challenge. Yet again, chest, 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 chest. No chest. Of course I don't get a chest. It's not like I deserve a chest. Why would I expect a Two zombies. They could paralyze me. However, we can turn undead. Turn undead. Fight. I really appreciate the fact that a priest can turn undead, a bishop can turn undead, and... well, technically, I think a lord is also gonna get the ability to turn undead. So that's 3 classes that can easily get rid of the living dead. Okay, poison needle. Come on, come on, come on! Yay! Gold plunder. There used to be something here. Now, there's nothing left. Nope, that's the way out. This is the way onwards, I guess. Not that there's much of note here. 5 creeping poison! And Utlau is poisoned. Oh boy, okay. Attack, and believe it or not, kill poison. Kill poison? I don't have the kill poison spell yet, damn it! Deal yourself. Pete, use, use the antidote on Utlau. You, defend. You, hide in the shadows. Fight! Okay. Attack. Attack. We're gonna need his healing. I think, all things considered, we should ban a 2. Protect the party. Pete over here defends because he can't really cast anything anymore. Layla defends because she can't cast anything anymore. Fight! The only people really participating at this point are the frontline warriors, which is terrible. Oh, the poison damage sustained during combat is accelerated significantly. Okay, okay. Dial Anrei. Defend, defend, hide in the shadows. Fight! Excellent. Irei and Utlau are poisoned. I'll have to take care of that. We're getting out of here. Can we make it out in time? Or is this how the story ends? Back to level 1. It's significantly worse if you get poisoned at level 3. An encounter with fire. Okay, I should have healed him. Attack, attack. Utlau, deal your. Oh, he can't deal him. He cannot deal himself. Deals yourself. Pete, just defend. Layla, defend. Nanya, hide in the shadows. Fight. They could just kill Utlau, or they could just flee. That's also perfectly sensible. Attack, attack. Deals yourself. Defend, defend, hide in the shadows. Try to hide in the shadows. It's the Almel class. The Almel class is the ish. Come on. Utlau. Cast Dios on yourself. Almost full. Dios again. +1. Dios again. You're full. We surface. Okay. And now we go to the inn. We level up Nanya. Come on, get better stats. Don't just give me a single attribute point, a single hit point. Well, at least I get 3 attribute points. That's an improvement, right? What do I even take to help her deal with the traps. I think it's just a matter of leveling her up. I don't think the attributes help. I think giving her agility and luck is as much as I can do in terms of disarming traps. Now, if I want her to have more survivability, I probably should pump her vitality up. That's probably the best I can do for her. So let's pump it up to 12, see what happens. She's a level 4 thief. Layla! 4 hit points, 3 attribute points, excellent. And Dumapic. The Dumapic spell has been learned by our mage. Now we can cast this sort of spell pretty much every samurai over here knows, but okay. That's an improvement, I guess. Let's bump up her intellect so she has an easier time learning spells, I guess. We could certainly use that. And what do I give her? Luck? Agility? Probably not piety or intellect. I think I'm gonna invest in luck. Pete. Pete learns Dilto and Sopic. Also gains 3 hit points and 3 attribute points. Plus 3 arcane spell points. Pretty decent, pretty sweet, pretty nifty. What do we invest in? Further investment in intellect. Maybe luck, maybe vitality. That's another option, not to be overlooked. I would say let's put 2 points in vitality, bump it up to 10. He's not gonna have good armor, he's going to need at least good hit points. Hooray! There we look at Ray over here. Magnificent. Gets all the way up to level 7, gets 22 hit points and 3 additional attribute points. Now we're getting places. Okay, we've maxed out vitality and strength on her, so what do I give her? Who do I want Ray to become? Who do I want her to be when she grows up? I mean, when she levels up. Do I want Ray the Samurai or Ray the Lord? A samurai needs 15 points of strength, got that. Intelligence on 11 as opposed to a lord's 12. Piety on 10 as opposed to a lord's 12. Vitality has already been maxed out, so that's irrelevant. 10 agility versus 14 agility for a lord. We already have that covered. Oh, and there's no requirement on luck for a samurai. And 15 luck required for a lord. So hypothetically, I could transition Irei to a samurai rather swiftly. But of course, I'm going to lose a lot in the process. I think the thing you should do before transitioning these characters is to level them up as high as you can as, say, a warrior to get an exorbitant number of hit points, and then and only then drop them down to, say, a samurai, although transitioning people to another class, I think, ages them significantly. Well, I may be wrong on this. But yes, I could hypothetically go from fighter to samurai to lord. It's not impossible. Or I could aim straight for lord. Now if I go fighter, samurai, lord, I get someone with a lot of hit points, mage spells because of the samurai development, and then priest spells and turn undead because of the lord development. But that's a very convoluted path. And of course, that's a lot of effort put into a single character that may ultimately all be for naught if that character dies. Either way, whichever path I may want to take, I should invest in intellect if I want to transition soon enough. Because all the traits are gonna drop down anyway as I transition. I would say I invest in intellect and well, no, okay, let's go straight for Lord as quickly as possible, which is gonna take some time, in which case I should go for luck. Although I could bump up agility to 14. No, let's go for luck. Let's straight up focus on luck here. For better rolls. Do I need to have Utlau rest again? I think I do. We have a level up. We've had a level up on Layla, so Layla can actually cast spells. Layla knows very few spells, however. At level 4, this is her repertoire of spells. Rather disappointing. This is what Pete can cast. As a bishop. Here's Utla with his spells. He needs to learn a lot of stuff. How are they doing on levels? On experience? Layla will soon level up. Nanya will level up relatively soon. Iray is the furthest away from leveling up, which is perfectly understandable. Okay, well, unless there's something I have to identify, which I shouldn't do here anyway. I should identify things with the bishop. Then I should progress, I should proceed. I think I may need to buy a helmet. Unless I have characters over here that have helmets. I don't. Everyone has died. I guess we visit Boltak and we buy a couple of helmets, don't we? Now, thankfully, you can you automatically filter by things people can wear. So I can only buy helmets for people who can wear helmets. Excellent. So Iray and Hume now have helmets. Hume's got a breastplate, which is of course the best plate. Iray only has a chainmail. Unfortunate. But what can you do? Look at those wonderful copper gloves that I absolutely cannot afford. They lower AC by 1, yet again, but of course they are prohibitively expensive. Yes, I think the assortment of available items is supposed to improve as you sell more stuff. Because at that point, business is booming and so on and so forth. Oh look, the shield +1 gives 1 more point of AC, so I should improve the large shields to shields +1. But I don't have the money for that! I don't even have the permanent buff on Utlau yet. The travesty. Well, I guess it's down to the maze again. In order to make some gold. In order to be able to afford all of these luxuries. I have the helmets, I need the gloves, the copper gloves, and I need the better shields. And all of that is gonna cost me gold. It's gonna cost me a pretty penny. Do I even want to cast Lomilwa? It's not like I'm looking for hidden passages. It's not like I need hidden passages. But then again, the ability to see further is worth something in its own right. Alright. Let's go through here. Actually, fine, let's cast Lomilwa. Why not? I could also go down to level 3 and try to take a stab, quite a literal stab, at the folks over there. Go through a door over here, enter the room. Aha, the bird, the frog. We don't have the statuette of the frog. An encounter with 2 level 1 priests. Attack, attack. Silence! 2 people need some HP. What do you want me to do about it? I mean, I could top him up with Dios after we're done. Well, I guess I can Dios them with Pete. It's something he can do, so he might as well do it. Meanwhile, Layla... Best Layla can do in these circumstances is try to Halito these guys, as pathetic for a mage as that is. What, because someone is at 42 HP, he'll live. We're literally at dungeon level 2 here. What if I need the healing spells to top someone up as he's dying from poison at 5 hit points? Yeah, I also want them to live. That's the reason I'm not using my resources counterintuitively. This is a zero-sum game to a certain extent. If I use these resources on something, I will not have them available to use them on something else. This is a handful of hit points on people with a lot of hit points. They'll live. Let's mature the entire party. No, let's not mature the entire party. What am I doing? We need to Montino the priest so they can't cast spells. Granted, I may be wrong in my assessment, but as I have said, the biggest threat to my characters is that the backliners get affected by something like poison. And I don't have an anti-poison spell quite yet. So if that sort of thing happens, if I don't have the healing spells, they're gonna die before I make my way out of the dungeon. That's the reason I'm not healing the frontliners. The frontliners have a shit ton of health and high levels. They can shrug off almost any damage thrown their way. And they have a low AC class. Low enough armor class, AC is armor class. They have a low enough armor class that they're probably not gonna get hit. But if a breath attack hits my backliners, I need to heal them back up immediately, because the second breath attack could just kill them. If poison gets applied to someone like Nanya, she's gonna die. We're not gonna make it out of the dungeon in time, even from level 2. So I need those healing spells, which is why I'm not wasting them on frontliners. I'm not just being contrary just to be an asshole over here. I'm trying to preserve my resources and triage. I'm trying to use them to the best of my ability. And my resources are ultimately limited. So I'm trying to plan ahead. Okay, can we silence them? 4 left. Ire gets hit for 5, he gets hit for 7, okay. Whoa! That was just 2 points of damage, that's fine. 1 left. Attack the priest, attack the priest. How are we doing? We're relatively fine, okay. Let's DL Hume. Halito the priest. Layla can Halito the priest. Nanya can try to hide in the shadows. Nanya hides in the shadows. 3 points, pathetic. 1 point of damage, eesh. A chest! Disarm it! Disarm it! 90 gold, excellent. Layla has leveled up. My goodness. Is intelligence what influences how much experience is needed to level up? It seems that way. I think this is the pit trap. Yes, it is. A dungeon's dark when it's not lit. Be careful, because you might fall down into a pit. An encounter with 2 level 1 priests. I hate you guys. Attack, attack. Dial and Hume. Halito. Halito. The fact that I'm fighting with the Halito spell is so pathetic. But then again, it's better than nothing. Come on, people. I need more than just a single level up. Okay, a second level up from Nanya. That's an improvement. Slight improvement, but an improvement nonetheless. Come forth, cowards. Oh, right. We're in the maze. Okay, let's go for the little there's this room in the maze of level 2. Well, the maze, the spiral on level 2. Well, you always face powerful foes. Let's go for that. Dispel undead, dispel. Turn undead! Hide in the shadows. Fight! Back into the abyss you go. Chest, 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 chest. We get nothing. This is the room. Friendly group of level 1 priests. Leave them. We do not want to go down to level 3. That would be a bit of a stretch. Maybe a bit of a stretch is what we need. Okay, fine. We're going down to level 3 briefly for one encounter or two to try to level these people up, and then we're heading right back. One level 1 mage, oh please. Which flees immediately. Or who flees immediately, should I say. Yay. But we get a chest. Wait, what trap is there? No trap. Okay, just open it then. At the very least, we're making money in this process. And that money we will need. Yes, desperately, but I don't think we'll have quite enough. So, we shall see. Oh, hey, I can't... hold on. Where does this lead? Ah, right, further down through there. Okay. Might as well visit. An encounter with 7 giant toads. They poison, don't they? They totally poison. Okay, let's use our full arsenal of spells. Utlau, Bama to the party. Pete, go ahead and do what? Put the frogs to sleep. Oh, debuff them. Dilto them. Dilto the frogs. Layla, go ahead and Catino the frogs. Nanya, hide in the shadows. Fight. Fails to hide and is exposed. Great. Poison. Two frogs slaughtered and the rest of them flee. However, Utlau has been poisoned. Do we get a chest? We totally get a chest. With a stunner trap. Disarmament. Yay, we get the gold and absolutely nothing else. Okay. Since we can't really cure poison, best I can do is Dial Utlau as much as I can. Just as I had predicted. 6 hit points, excellent. The best roll I could have gotten. 2 hit points, come on. He's back to full health. Let's get out of here. Because this is getting rather dangerous. We're on level 2. Uncoil, uncoil, uncoil. This is why you preserve your spell slots. This is why you save, because you might have a time of need like this. An encounter with 2 gas clouds, oh please, get out of my way. We go back to level 1. Camp. And immediately cast Dios Anutlau. Dios him again! He has been Dios'd again. Again! And he's back to full health. Though not for long. Go ahead and Dios yourself some more. We are going to replenish your mana points anyway. You're going to age severely. Ugh. Fine. And also Dios. Hooray. Hooray. Dios. Hooray one final time. Why not? Well, that was terrible. Alright, we head to the inn. No more poison, I guess. Let's start out by leveling Nanya up. She's really getting on my nerves here. A single hit point? That thief is so squishy, but then again, only 12 points of vitality. I get it. 2 attribute points though, so let's invest in vitality some more. $16 hit points. She's the weakest character in the entire party. The weakest of them all at level 5. 16 hit points. Okay, Layla. Now this is the Dwarven Might right here. 6 hit points on a mage. Gonna be at 28 at level 5. Ah, and the Mahalitos spell has been acquired. So mighty, powerful AoE. That's just what I like to see. Also, 3 additional arcane spell points. Glorious. How about I give her more luck? Single attribute point. Not particularly great, but what are you gonna do? We rest Utlau. Layla has leveled up anyway. How's Pete doing? He's not that close to leveling up, unfortunately. He's the closest to leveling up, though. Same as Hume. Okay, well, tell you what. We presumably want to ignore all of this and head straight back into the dungeon. Not because we want to, but because we kind of have to. We don't really have better options. I would love to be able to improve the armor class of these people, but I just don't have the spells to do that. Oh, and encountered fall Hulks and fall kobolds. Attack. 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 Defend, hide in the shadows. That's the best I think I can do here. I could cast some spells, but on such a measly group at dungeon level 1, I don't think I will. Yeah, they all basically ran away. Auto fight. Fight! And Hume, believe it or not, has just leveled up. Might as well surface since we're right here, right at the very entrance. A friendly group of orcs, fight them! And Hume gets hit. Rightfully so, I guess. Do we get a chest? There was a lot of enemies. Oh, it was a level 1. Whatever. We get up. We go up, rather. We level Hume up. He gets a single hit point and 2 new attribute points. A single hit point? Fine. How about more luck? They were friendly, I attacked them! I was the aggressor over here, okay? Let's see, do I want Hume to be another lord, or do I want him to go for the samurai route? Because he's got enough strength and vitality for a samurai. Well, no, that... he would... There's much room for improvement. Okay, fine. I think I'm going to invest in luck to begin with. Never mind that. 56 maximum hit points, not too shabby. Still kind of shabby. Let's go right ahead down to level 2. You know what? We might progress straight to level 3. Alright, fine. We will open the door over here. Should name that door something. The spiral danger door or whatever. Fight this guy. Kill him. Samurai. Well, you're kind of light with that, but I could roll with the samurai path. Not particularly soon, though. I want Hume to have enough HP when he transitions to samurai. Oh boy, okay, this is rough. Alright, let's cast all the buffs we have. Bummer to the entire party. Pete, go ahead and Halito them. Actually, no, debuffs are more important than that. So, Dilto, the second group of coins. Layla, go ahead and Mahalito on the third group of coins. Nanya, hide in the shadows. Fight! Nanya hides in the shadows. Dilto, the coins have been diltoed. We have been Mahalitoed. We have burnt the money. Mind you, this is level 2 we're talking about. Though this is a rather horrifying encounter, I'll grant you that much. Attack! Attack! Do I want the priest to attack them? What can the priest do that's useful over here? Ah, Badios the money. Pete, go ahead and Halito the frontline money. Layla, go ahead and... Oh, no more Mahalito, just a single Mahalito cast, eh? Dilto, the front stack of money. Nanya, attack the back stack of money. Okay, progress. Coins don't have a lot of health. I think they have a single hit point, and that's about it. There's just many of them. Okay, auto attack. We deserve a chest for this. A level up on Nanya and Pete. Good stuff. We're getting places. Let's go down to level 3. See what we can accomplish here. Presumably we're gonna get poisoned and such. And then we're gonna suffer. Oh, are we gonna suffer? Oh, hey, hold on. I have noticed that I haven't cast the Lomilwa spell. Might as well do that. Better late than never. We go through here, and here's an encounter with a lot of stuff. 3 orcs, 2 level 1 priests, 6 level 3 priests, and 5 rogues. Okay. An interesting challenge. Yes, let's go for the second stack. Definitely. We need to silence them, so Montino. We can't just let level 3 priests cast spells. That's a recipe for disaster. Let's Catino the rogues. Can't Mahalito. Let's Dilto the... The orcs are gonna run away. The priests. And Nanya can hide in the shadows. Fight! She hides in the shadows. Rogue flees. Excellent. Priest flees. Priest flees. Priest flees. A hit. 1 hit point. The human gets hit. They just cower before my might. It's significantly less impressive than I had anticipated. Attack! Attack! Utlau can... He can, but let's Matu the party. Halito the rogues. Halito the rogues attack from the shadows. Against the level 1 priest. Fight! The tiniest bit of damage sustained. Yeah, they all try to flee. We're not gonna get experience all gold off of these guys, unfortunately. But at the very least, we don't have to fight them. If they're not fighting us. Hilarious. Yeah, sorry. Maybe I'm streaming at a too high of a bitrate, I don't know. I guess Pete is going to just defend. It's not like he can do much. Layla can try to Halito the frontline level 3 priests. Now I can try to hide. Fight. Right, progress. Attack. 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 Defend. Halito. We'll have to surface after this encounter, I guess. Just kind of pathetic, but it's the best we can do. Oh, and he has fled, hasn't he? Ugh. It was significantly less of a wonderful encounter than I had anticipated, but at least we get a chest. What's in the chest? A sword! Utlau. Can you identify the sword? No, give it to Pete. Give it to Pete. It's a short sword +1! Yeah, well, that might make sense. Oh, and I have 3 level ups right now on Pete, Layla, and Nanya. Okay, short sword +1 goes to Nanya. Yeah. I'm leaving. We might fight a couple of foes on level 2 and level 1, but of course those are going to be significantly less threatening. Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna have a third party go down into the dungeon and die. That's going to be incredibly annoying to try to recover from. Because then I'll have to make a fourth party to deal with these guys. Listen, we're trying to get to the party that was trying to get to the party that died. So I am even more hesitant to just plunge right in. I know, I'm sorry, that's what happened. But anyway, we have 3 level ups. I'm fairly satisfied with this. We're only getting people to roughly level 6, which isn't that great, but... once I level the party up to something like 9 or 10, I basically have a party that's gonna be better than the original party I'm trying to recover. However, my original party has loot, okay? They have wonderful things that I haven't identified because that's expensive. However, I have a bishop, and bishops can identify stuff for free, which it took me a while to discover, but that's the way it works. Okay, so... actually, let's start out with Nanya, as is customary. Please get more than a single hit point. Please, Nanya, I beg of you, don't give me a single hit point, give me more! Give me more! Well, but yes, indeed. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. 2 more points in vitality, please. I would like some health. She's at 18 hit points at level 6. 18 hit points, everybody. What can you do? I can transition her to a warrior. But then again, she will not be able to disarm traps as well as she can right now at that point, which sucks. The only thing she has going for her is that she can kinda sometimes disarm traps and identify traps. Ugh. Thank you, Pete. That's great stuff you're doing here. Godspeed. By the way, Pete has learned the Badios spell. Wow! A level 1 priest spell, I mean divine spell, incredible! This is what you get. This is the sort of stuff you get when you have intellect at 18 and piety at 18. The Badios spell at level 6. But at least I have 3 attribute points to do with as I please. Let's give this man more luck. Layla, the dwarven mage, give me hit points! You know, I'll take those. I'll take them. 4 hit points on a mage? Sure. Maybe I should have started with a party exclusively warriors, have them punch their way into higher levels, and then transition them to mages when they have a lot of hit points. I don't know. It's an idea. Okay. 3 attribute points though, so not too shabby. Max intellect, max vitality, of course. The Molito spell has been learned. What does that do? A little Molito Mojito. Do we give the mage more luck or more agility? Agility isn't meaningless because it means you can act earlier on the turn. It affects initiative. Need to stun traps because of the goal. Yeah. Are you kidding me? He's just 10 hit points in the hole. Why would I rest this guy? How high does the dungeon... Well, it actually goes down, not up, so it's 10 levels. A whopping 10 levels. And my guys have died at level 6. Right now, this group, mind you, very tentatively explores level 3 of the dungeon. They're gonna die! It costs you Vim! How many times do I have to remind you of that? It's not free! It's a last result! Resting at the inn recovers hit points at the cost of Vim. We've been over this. Anyway. Do I just go with luck on the mage? I think I go with luck on the mage. Yeah, and oh, right. There's one more thing I can hypothetically do. I can sell some stuff to Boltac. Like this silly short sword that I can get very easily when I recruit a fresh character. Listen, it's abstracted away, but it's the passage of time. If they just sit at the inn for weeks and months or even years to recuperate because they've sustained injuries, instead of healing them up with a spell, then yes, that costs them time. They get older and eventually they're gonna die. And this may seem like a completely irrelevant concern to you, but you remember how these characters turn to ash when I try to resurrect them? Well, if they die low on Vim and I try to resurrect them, they can turn to ash. And if you try to resurrect them from ashes, mind you, which at a high level is exorbitantly expensive, then you can lose them permanently. Yeah, so no rest for the wicked over here. No, we're not resting. We can rest when we're dead. Okay, here's my wonderful party. Does Utlau even have any spell points left? Yeah, he's gonna be fine. Kinda. We'll have to roll with this. I'm not resting Utlau again. He's at 95% Vim as we speak. They're at level 6. They should be able to handle dungeon level 3 for a brief bit. They shouldn't just die over there. Even though I understand dungeon level 3 is kinda rough. But I can't just keep on exclusively having them face dungeon level 1 and 2. They're not gonna get anywhere. They're not gonna get anything. They're not going to earn any significant amount of gold or experience. It's pointless. The amount of time I would have to spend just slowly farming level 1 and 2 of the dungeon would just age them so severely that yes, before they manage to do anything, all the resting at the end would just effectively drop them. I have to venture down into lower levels. I can't handle level 6 yet, or even level 5. Level 4 would be pushing it, but I think I need to start exploring level 3. We'll have a single fight over here. Oh my goodness, gas clouds. Okay. Attack, attack. This might be rough. Do we have any sensible AoE? No. That's interesting. Badios the clouds. Halito the clouds. Halito the clouds. Nanya hide in the shadows. Fight. Sliced. 1 point of damage. Okay, that's acceptable. Gas cloud flees. 5 points of damage on Nanya. Pete, go ahead and cast Dios on Nanya. Layla, go ahead and Halito the cloud. Attack the cloud from the shadows. Yes, I have a single spell on a single character. I'm not gonna use that on a level 2 fight. So I don't have an abundance, and I certainly don't have them on priests. Which was my original point, in general. That I don't have that on a priest. Alright, this is level 3. Might as well have Utlau cast... Actually, hold on. Let's have Pete cast Milwa. I know it's temporary, but... I'm not gonna be here particularly long. Might as well do it like this. Oh, we do not get attacked. Go for it all. We still do not get attacked? Interesting. How fascinating. What? What? It has expired already? This is incredible. Oh boy. Okay, fine. Let's cast Lomilwa. We head down here. And we go through this to try and encounter some foes. Oh, I'm losing track of where we are, but that's kind of fine. Okay, 7 giant toads. They might poison us, so let's be vaguely careful. Attack, attack. Matu the party. Pete is gonna Halito. Layla's gonna... Oh, right. Molito is the Spalky one. Okay. Halito. So I have 2 AoE casts. That's the best I can do. Buff on the entire party. Slice the toad. Toad flees. Toad killed. Toad flees. Damn it! Come on. No poison, thank goodness. Kill them. We did not get poisoned, so that's good news, because I have no means of dealing with poison right now. But we didn't get much. Not in terms of experience, not in terms of gold, not in terms of anything. But I guess we'll live. We go on over here. Encounter nothing. Go out. Go through here. Come on. And here's our precious exit. You know, it is a sad state of affairs when I look at a situation and figure, gee, well, I didn't accomplish much, but at least I didn't get poisoned. Yeah, true. Oh, no, 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 no! Attack, attack, attack. Halito them. No, 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 Halito's not gonna do anything to them. They're immune to fire. No! No! They're immune to fire! The dragonflies! They're completely immune to fire. They have a 20% immunity to spells as it is. Barrios. Defend, I guess. Hide in the shadows. Fight! Kill them! Kill them now! Barrios was ineffective. Damn it! Damn it! Attack! Attack! Believe it or not, not attack this time. Go ahead and Dios. Pete. Pete is gonna Dios Nanya, who's hiding in the shadows. I could Sparkstorm them, but I'm not about to. Okay, so there's nothing that I can really do here, huh? Just wait. Nanya's gonna attack from the shadows. Come on, finish them off! Kill them! Kill them now! Okay, well, that was rough. Good times. Good times will head by all. Yeah. Instead, I got hit by the stupid dragonflies, which only 2 of them, mind you. But these beasties, of course, have a breath attack. And that's what happens with breath attacks. We get gold and an item. And an item? No items. Never mind. Okay. First and foremost, we have to Dios ourselves into a sensible position. And then I think we're surfacing again. As absolutely pathetic as this may be. Look at this. Look at the state we're in. Oh, no Dioses and Pete. Oh, great. Well, this is what we'll have to live with. Literally. I haven't leveled a single character up. How are they doing on levels anyway? Hume is gonna level up to 7 soon-ish. Iray is gonna level up to 8 at some point. Utlov is close to leveling up to 8. Cute. Pete, not even close, less than halfway there. Layla, not even close. Nanya, nah. So, the frontliners are the ones who are gonna level up at some point. Yes. We cower with a tail between our legs, but at the very least we make it out. Oh, bugger off. Yay, victory. We don't get a chest of the guy, we get basically nothing. That's fine. I could go through this door, but for all I know, we're gonna die if we try to go through that door. So I'm going to accept any random encounters. I'm not gonna try and flee from foes on level 2 or 1, but unfortunately at this stage we have to surface. Again. And I'll have to rest quite a few characters because I can't just level them up to recover anything. Spell slots, hit points, nothing. Well, leveling up doesn't recover hit points, but I can't recover in any way by just leveling them up. I will have to rest them. As much as I hate doing so, I don't really have much of an alternative. Let's see if I can avoid resting anyone. At this point, I'm gonna rest Hume with a heavy heart. I'm gonna rest the Ray with a heavy heart again. Utlau needs those casts, so I'm gonna replenish them with him. How is Layla doing? She's got a couple of casts in her. Okay, I'm not resting Layla. I might heal her with Utlov. How's Pete doing? He's out of priest spells, not out of mage spells though. But I will still have to rest him. Okay, so once we descend, I will heal our mage. She's at 23 hit points, so she's still doing... I mean, I could, but who do I want to resurrect at this point? People in town are not worth resurrecting. Who would I replace? At this point, it's better to stick with the party I have. Well, anyway... That's the current plan. If anything, I should try to... Yeah, I know there are many things I can do. I'm trying to figure out what are the smart things I should do. There is indeed some stuff over here that is vaguely useful. You know, I say that, but plate mails at -5 AC are absolutely precious. They're relatively cheap. And the reason breastplates +1 at same AC bonuses are more expensive is because some people can only wear breastplates at best and cannot wear plate mails. So the most obvious upgrade I need to make on these characters is to give them plate mails. Just give them better stuff. Let's see. Nanya's wearing leather armor. Leather armor +1 would be an improvement, but I'm not gonna invest in armor on backliners as much as I need to invest in armor on frontliners. Alright, first of all, let's get a plate mail for Hume the Human. Down to 1 AC. A plate mail for Iray. I can sell the chainmails and the breastplates. I do not plan on having these guys die at this point, or at any point, so I'm not going to squirrel away my resources onto random corpses. I could do that, but let's not. We are selling this silly breastplate and this chainmail and that chainmail. I can't buy breastplate +1 for Utlau quite yet. That would be -2. It would drop him down to 2 points of AC, which is brilliant. But it can't be done, not quite yet. Advanced shields would be an improvement. That's 1 point of AC. At this point, Human Array dropped to 0 AC points, which is reasonably nice. The biggest problem I have at this point is indeed the armor class on my frontliners. That's the thing I need to remediate as quickly as I possibly can. And the easiest way to remediate that is currently by buying stuff off of Baltac. If I can, and I genuinely can, I should do that. I haven't been doing it because I got into the habit of delving into the maze to get better gear, but the only reason I was doing that in the first place was because the stuff Baltac has to offer just isn't good enough anymore. But of course, that's only because I was dealing with really high-level characters that had really good gear. Once my characters have died, the situation has shifted, and I should have adjusted to it. Should have adjusted accordingly, but I didn't. So this is the current situation. I will need to delve deeper into the dungeon, I will need to earn more gold, and once I have the gold, I will need to upgrade Utlow's armor to breastplate +1 from a regular chainmail, which will drop him from armor class 4 to armor class 2. Not exactly on par with the warriors, but that's good enough. That's the best I can currently do. The next order of business will be to acquire shields +1 on all the frontliners. That's a further point down. So we'll take them to 0 him to 1. And of course, once I can afford the luxury of doing so, I should buy the copper gloves. and put them on Hume and Ray. But of course, that is going to be incredibly expensive. That's something I have not gotten on any character whatsoever so far. I have not just had the liberty to get 6,000 gold, not have anyone resurrect, and just drop it on -1 AC. But I might just be able to do that. For now, however, thank you all so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere.